Hello, my name is AntonioMelendez, and this is my project 2 for week number 3. Let's begin. You can see right here my GitHub account, and my sensitive information is not present. You can see that my .env file is not here, and so everything is working correctly. Now let's go to render. Okay, I click on this link, and you can see the hello world there. And just really quickly for testing, we can see the users. I have two databases here, the users database and comments for these users. You can see right here the comments. However, let's test all this in the API docs in Swagger. Okay, you can see here that I have all my routes. I have the get route. This is the normal one for Hello World. Okay, and let's get all the users here. Okay, so we get here, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 users, and there's 7 different fields for each one. Okay, let's clear them out. Actually, let's make a new user. Yes, right here in post. Now for post, I want to check my validation. Oh, try it out. Let's say I just have something like this. You know, I don't have any address or an email. I just have any favorite color. I have one letter, and in phone I have like, I don't know, 4 numbers, and in birthday I just have a letter or a number or whatever. And then I execute, I'm going to get some errors. I get a 400 error response status, and I get all my validations here. It says here to please provide a first name, a last name, an address, a valid email address, a favorite color. The phone number should include the area code and the phone as follows, and the birthday should be something like this. Okay, so now let's do all this correctly. Let's see. Let's make a Bruce Wayne account or user. His address is gonna be, I don't know, Gotham 134 North, something like that. His email is gonna be bruce@gmail.com. His favorite color is obviously black. His phone number is something like this, and his birthday is gonna be December 1st. So now this should work. Okay, let's execute, and it seems like everything is correct. Let me check this in the, you can see here I have project 1 and project 2 here in Mongo, and I have my 2 databases here in project 2, my comments database and my users database. And let's go to the users database. Obviously it's loading the documents, and if we go down to the bottom, we're gonna see Bruce Wayne and all the information we just logged in. Okay, let's go back to Swagger, and let's get all my users. I'm gonna pick the last one. I'm gonna copy his ID, and let's get the single one. Let's get this user by his ID. Now imagine the ID is not complete. Okay, so we get an error and a message that says a valid ID must have 24 characters. So let's complete it, and imagine I put a wrong ID and I execute. Okay, So I get another error and it says this user ID does not exist. Okay. Now I don't remember what number it was. So let's put in the whole, okay, it was 6. We execute and we get our user here. So this is working correctly. Now let's update this user. Again, I put in the ID. Imagine that the ID is incomplete or not correct. I get an error, you know. Same thing with all my fields here, you know, the validation here. Let's erase everything. And we execute. We get all these, we get the 400 error, and it says the same stuff, you know, provide a first name, a last name, an address, an email address, a valid email address, your favorite color, the phone number should be something like this, and the birthday should be something like this. Okay, so we are updating. Now let's put his first name as, I don't know, Batman, and last name Wayne. His address is gonna be in Gotham, different, and now it's gonna be in the South. His email is gonna be batman@gmail.com. His favorite color is now gonna be blue. His phone number is gonna be something like this, and his birthday is now gonna be, I don't know, June 4th. We execute and it says here the user has been successfully updated, which is a nice message. And let's check in our database. Let's refresh. Let's see if the update happened. Okay, and we see, yes, first name Batman and the new information. So this is working correctly. Let's go back to Swagger and let's go to delete. Here in delete, let's imagine that I put a 7 here and I execute. I'm gonna get a 500 error, which is some error occur while deleting the user. Please check the ID. So I'm checking my ID, I correct my ID, but now my ID is not complete. Now I get a 400 error, which says a valid ID must have 24 characters. Okay, if I type in the correct ID and I execute, I get a nice message that says the user has been successfully deleted. And now let's go back to Swagger. I'm sorry, let's go back to Mongo and refresh. Sorry, sometimes I get a little nervous making these videos. If we go down to the bottom, the user, the Batman user is not there anymore. Okay, so now let's check out the comments database. And we can see this is a different database. Okay, these are comments for these users. Let's go to Swagger and test these out. So in comments, first we check that everything is working correctly. We get all the comments here. Okay, let's clear this and let's make a new comment. Okay, let's check the validation here for the comments. Again, I'm going to, I don't know, here in date, I'm gonna put something like this. If I execute this, I get all my validation that says provide a first name, a last name. The date should be something like this, and please provide a comment. And this is an error 400. Okay, so now let's create a name. Let's say Peter Parker. Let's complete this date with something like this, and a comment that says I am not Spider-Man. We execute and everything seems to be working correctly. Okay, in the comments. So let's go to our cluster, our database, and refresh the comments, and we should be looking at this new comment. And yes, you can see right here, I'm not Spider-Man by Peter Parker on that date. Okay, let's go back to Swagger. Let me get all the comments really quickly. Let me get the ID so we can work with this. Okay, so we made a new comment. Now let's get the comment by ID. Okay. Again, if I erase this and execute, I get a 400 error because a valid ID must have 24 characters. So I complete the characters, and now I break something else, like put a 7 here, and then I execute. I get a different error. The comment ID does not exist. This is a 404 error. I think it was a 6. Okay, now we execute and we get the Peter Parker comment. So this is working correctly. Okay, now let's update this comment. Now here, again, if we execute something like this, we're gonna see a 400 error. The date should be entered as follows, so the date is incorrect. So let's put something like this, okay, for validation's sake. Let's put 0225 5. And in comment, I'm not going to put anything. If I execute, I get an error, and I also get a please provide a first name, last name. The date should be entered like this, and please provide a comment. Okay, so here I'm going to put the correct comment because I don't think it's correct. Let me check if I put a 7 here and I execute. Yeah, then I get a 400 error. The response status is 400. Okay. Well, this was a 6, and let's update this. Let's put Peter Parker, and let's put a comment that says I am the real Spider-Man, something like this. Okay, let's execute, and we get a nice message that says the comment has been successfully updated. We have the message here, and let's go back to our database. We refresh and check if it's working. Okay, we can see right here at the bottom the Peter Parker, I am the real Spider-Man message. So everything is working correctly. Okay, let me quickly get this ID, I think. Now let's check the delete. Okay, here in the delete. So imagine it's not complete. When we execute, we get a 400 error. I think this was a 1. And we put here a 7. And we get a 500 error now. That says some error occurred while deleting the comment. Please check the ID. So I check my ID and I execute it, and now we get a nice message that says the comment has been successfully deleted. And if we check over here in our database and refresh, the comment should be deleted. Okay, we can see that it's not there anymore. Okay, the Peter Parker comment or the Peter Porker comment they're not found anymore. And I think this is everything. Okay. Anyway, this was a really fun assignment. It was a difficult assignment. It was long, but I think I learned a lot. So thank you very much and have a wonderful, wonderful week.